fell, my paradise. A place of ancient mystery. But something evil creeps through my realm. Hiding among the great houses, or in the ashlands. Threatening to destroy all we have built. My legacy must endure. Welcome to Morrowind.
What's going on, guys? This is TVW/TheVoltWithin here, and I'm bringing you guys some Morrowind gameplay from the Elder Scrolls Online. This is literally the first quest you do, and pretty much what jump starts the whole quest line for this expansion. And I have to say, so far I'm enjoying the expansion from what I've played so far. But I don't really want to talk much about the Morrowind expansion on this video. I kind of wanted to use this video as gameplay footage, so that way I could kind of talk about my impressions or what I thought about Bethesda's E3 2017 conference this year. I know many of you have messaged me and kind of asked what are my thoughts, and from the looks of it, it seems like a lot of people are disappointed with Bethesda as well as devastated because there was like no surprises whatsoever. Nothing that we haven't seen or heard of from Bethesda was basically already said and already announced a long time ago. And it's just pretty much they repeated themselves what they already told us. And the fact that there wasn't much hype that was going on in this year's Bethesda conference. So my thoughts are, well, let's see. So I think when I first saw it, I basically only saw the first 20 minutes, and then I came back later and watched the full entire thing. And yeah, I kind of felt the same way. I didn't feel this year was strong on their side. Now, Dishonored, the new Dishonored expansion that's coming out, I'm excited for that because I do like the Dishonored games. Evil Within 2 was pretty cool, but you know, it wasn't something that I was jumping on my chair all excited because I just didn't, you know, Evil Within 2 is not my most top favorite games from them, but it is pretty cool that we're getting another Evil Within 2. But when I continued watching the press conference, you know, I thought, you know, they were getting rid of all the boring stuff from the beginning, as well as because they were pretty much already announcing like, oh, Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind expansion. Like, I already knew that since the day they announced it. I do not understand why they had to, you know, showcase it this year on E3 because, I don't know, like, maybe, and I understand, like, oh, they need to promote it, promote the expansion, promote the DLC, or whatever you would like to call it, but they made it seem like this is what we're focusing on this year, is Morrowind, and I didn't really quite think that was a good job on their part. And for me personally, I do love the Elder Scrolls Online, but there comes to the point and where you need to tone it down, because I think at this point all of us are waiting for something bigger, and maybe a new IP that will be coming out from Bethesda. And I just could not understand why they are stuck on Skyrim still. Like, I don't know if it's me, but I think with how popular Skyrim was, I think they're using that to their advantage because they know how popular and how well Skyrim was doing, and they pretty much just continue to use Skyrim as a money grab kind of thing to, I don't know, just because okay, first of all, I would like to say this is kind of like not really much of a rant video, but I will say, like, I'm happy that Skyrim is coming to the Wii or the Nintendo Switch. I think that's pretty cool. The fact that Nintendo users can finally enjoy Skyrim, I think that's cool, and that's a good thing. But with the modding showcase that they showed, like the whole what was it, the creation club thing? I have no idea what that's all about. I think at this point we're all used to mods. We all know what mods are. Like, why do we need to continue to integrate modding into like Skyrim still? Like, I just don't understand. I really don't. And the fact that a lot of people are saying these are paid mods, like, do we have to pay for these mods? And like, are we going to have to earn these credits by in-game, or will it be more like microtransaction oriented? I have no idea. They weren't really transparent through their showcase, and they didn't really showcase it when they're, you know, obviously showing the example of what the whole new modding creation club thing was. So I think on that end was poor. They didn't really say much about it other than showing it rather than what goes into it in detail. So maybe if they did that, I think it'd be a little bit better, just so we know what exactly this creation club is all about. But we still have no idea what it's going to be, and it kind of left a lot of us like scratching our heads, like, well, is this like paid for mods, or is this like, I don't know. It just felt very vague, and like, I don't know, it's just as a Bethesda / Elder Scrolls fan, like, I'm kind of not upset, but I'm really disappointed, because there was just nothing that shouted, this is Bethesda, or this is Bethesda coming back with an awesome game. And I don't know, it just feels like we're stuck on Skyrim right now, even though it's been out for almost 8 years already. It's time for a change. It's time for something new. Like, at least announce a new Fallout 4 DLC or something, you know? Like, and I didn't really think Fallout 4 was a great game. That's just my opinion. It could have been better. But that's kind of what happens when you use the same IP from Skyrim and integrate it into Fallout 4. Just kind of shows like stuff like that doesn't really make a strong game. But all in all, Fallout 4 wasn't that bad of a game. I'm just saying it could have been better for what it was. But yeah, it's just, I'm like, I love Skyrim a lot, but Bethesda, you guys need to move on from Skyrim. You really do. And I think at this point, all your fans are waiting for something else bigger to fill in that void as far as to enjoy their games. And I know Prey came out, but that's nowhere near as close as it was with the Fallout games and the Elder Scrolls games. So, in my opinion, Bethesda's press conference this year was probably the weakest out of everything. But as far as being really optimistic about the whole thing, maybe next year, this is their way of like, okay, our press conference this year was really weak, but therefore next year, we're going just to come out with a bang. Maybe. You can only hope. Anyways, guys, this is TheVoltWithin here. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and leave a comment as well what you thought about pretty much the whole thing. And as always, I will see you guys on the next video.